Hello, I'm Russ Chapman, acupuncturist in the southwest of England, and I thought I'd share a little video with you today because I was asked a really interesting question. What is acupuncture used for nowadays? It's a good question. It's a simple question. And like all simple questions, it's really difficult to answer quickly. If you've watched my previous video on the character Ling, I mentioned there the Huangti Neijing, the Yellow Emperor's internal classic, the book of medicine that Chinese have used for thousands of years. And the Su Wen, the Simple Questions, talks about proper life. And it gives Chinese medicine the concept of health, which is what they start from. And then in the Ling Shu, the spiritual pivot, they talk about acupuncture and how to correct diseases. Whereas Western medicine starts with the concept of diseases and how to fix them. So in some ways, they don't bother with the big picture about the whole of a person's life. They restrict themselves to a particular mechanism to do this, that, or the other. Which is a bit of a rambling way to start. I'm sorry about that, but I had to work my way into it somehow. I was trying to find a nice, pithy sentence to sum it up. And the nearest I can come is acupuncture is used nowadays, as it always has been, to either proactively maintain the qi, the energy, the life force, whatever you want to call it, in a good state to maintain health, or to correct and balance the qi to, in a reactive manner, to bring us back to health. Which is accurate. I'm happy with it. Take me an hour to think about it, but I'm happy with it. But perhaps doesn't seem very helpful if you don't know much about acupuncture and you're wondering about what it might be used for. So let's look at it from a Western point of view in a way. Back in 1999, 2000, myself as a part of a research group, the Southwest Acupuncture Research Group, SWARG for short, because we like our pirate stances, did a survey of new patients coming through the door. We used a survey form called MyMop and just asked patients how bad things were for them and then measured how bad they were over 3 months of treatment, so up to 12 treatments, and then, up to 1 month of treatment, 4 treatments, thereabouts, and then 3 months later after they'd finished treatment. And in the main, patients reported that they felt better, substantially better. Statistically, it was significant. And the 3 main categories that patients came along with were musculoskeletal, which was probably about 2/3. We'll have a look at a graphic in a minute, you'll be able to see. 2/3 of them. And then there were psychological and neurological problems, which, when you actually looked at the patient cases, were depression and headaches and migraines. And then there were more categories, getting smaller and smaller as they went down, all of which were important and all of which responded well. But I thought I'd talk about the 3 main categories. So, musculoskeletal, that's back pain, joint pain, general aches and pains that the body is into. In 2004 or thereabouts, Hugh McPherson led a team from York University and the surroundings to study the effects of acupuncture on low back pain. And this was a very well conducted trial that showed that A, acupuncture helped people with low back pain, and B, it was very cost effective. So much so that NICE, the National Institute for Clinical Excellence here in the UK, which decides which treatments are really useful for the NHS, suggested that acupuncture should be offered to patients with low back pain. So the main reason why people come, back pain, muscle pain, are studying to show that it's effective. The second level, the psychological stuff, depression. Again, the same researcher, Hugh McPherson at York University, did a large-scale trial looking at acupuncture and counselling and normal practice. And what he was able to show was that acupuncture and counselling were both more effective than normal practice, i.e. antidepressants. Acupuncture acted more quickly, so over the first 6 months, acupuncture was more effective than counselling. By the time you'd got to a year, acupuncture and counselling came to about the same effect. Again, he was able to show that in terms of costs, it was very cost effective and it was worthwhile the NHS, by their own criteria, recommending acupuncture as a way of treating depression. So there you have 2 very well funded studies, all peer reviewed, as was our survey actually, in EJOM, the European Journal of Oriental Medicine, in 2001. It's a long time ago, but I'm quite pleased with it. Anyway, these studies show that acupuncture can work on the body and the mind, because it's holistic. And for me, the really interesting thing is the interplay between the two. So if you look at the way a patient's life impacts on their body, but also on the way they're feeling mentally, and work on both aspects at once, you get faster healing, and something that lasts longer, rather than just correcting the ache so that it comes back in 3 months' time. Well, that's a start of an answer to that question. I hope it helps. I shall ponder it some more, and maybe I'll come back with some more details later on. But for now, thanks for watching. Do subscribe if you like it, and I'll see you another time. Bye!